How are you, everybody? I hope that you're having a wonderful day. Today, we're gonna talk about part two of our story, how you really convince your parents about an interfaith relationship, which is not easy. We're talking about a lot of things that happen in part one. We have talked about the exercise you have done, you guys should do, which is about writing your values, what exactly you want from this relationship and everything. That is very important. Once you do that, that will really help to increase the belief, to have more clarity between you and your partner. So there you feel like I'm ready to face everything. From there you can just meet your parents, you start talking because you have that clarity in your mind. You are sure about this person, and then let's talk to the word.
Like we said in part one, first amongst the two of you, just decide if it can work, find clarity, like Rahim was saying, and then also thinking about the situation from your parents' perspective and understanding their background. You know your parents the best, and so you will kind of know how they will react to this. I think once you understand your parents' perspective, I don't think it's worth easing them into it. If you want to warm them up to it, I think you should talk generally about the other religion. It's really such a peaceful religion, and start talking about the religion to warm them up. I don't think it works to first introduce them as your friend and then be like, this is my girlfriend and we're thinking about getting married, because they're going to tell you their opinions right away, and you already know what it is, which maybe they won't be accepting to it. I think it's easier to just say, this is my partner, like we're in love and we're going to get married, sort of.
But in a nice way, sure.
In a nice way.
Yeah.
Just kind of bring it in as this is something serious and I'm serious about this.
We all connected because there is common values that we share together. I am maybe attracted to Christina because she has a lot of values that I'm searching for my life partner, and same thing for her. So, and you know your parents' values. So be smart in sharing and showing up. You're doing like a marketing campaign about you guys to your family by showing the values that you have that reflect what their values. Let's say one of the values could be like honesty and family oriented. You can show that in somehow. There is another thing that maybe we can talk about it this time, which is you should really go deeper and search about the main values even of your religion. I listen to a lot of lectures from Islam. I listen to a lot of lectures from Christianity, and it's okay to listen a lot of lectures from Buddhism and Jewish. It's okay. And I noticed there is something very common between all of them, which is all the values they share are almost the same, which is how you become a better version of yourself, how you can become peace to yourself, how you can be nice to yourself and nice to others, how you love your neighbor, how you love your cousin, how you have to be good with your parents. So if you go deeper about the religions, it all has common values. All the religions are from one God. God have sent religions from different time to time because of making people life better, and especially their inner life. So when you take the thing from a big picture, that will really help you to understand the perspective of your relationship, and even you as a partners to really share the common values. Even now, even when I'm searching in Islam, maybe if there is a Muslim guy is watching me or a Muslim girl, I started to read the Quran in another way, where I found a lot of verses when God is talking about, for example, the one who's believer, the one who believe of Abraham, and the one who believe in Jesus, which is Christian, the one who believe in Moses, and the one who believe in Islam are in God. He said that they all gonna be in heaven. That is written in one of the biggest verses in Quran. So maybe if you are a Muslim, you can just search about that. إن الذين آمنوا والذين هادوا والنصارى والصابئين من آمن بالله واليوم الآخر فلا خوف عليهم ولا هم يحزنون. It's written in Quran. We are all the same. The main objective is for all of us to really keep searching for the truth. The truth could be not what we have been thought. The truth will come to you when you search about it. And you will find out we are one and we are worshiping the same God, but maybe in different ways.
First, being serious about it, presenting it to your parents in a serious sort of way, showing them how much you really care about them, and then coming in to that conversation with knowledge of both of your religions and the things that it says so that you can support your decision to be with that person based on common values that are in both of your religions, verses from the Bible or verses from the Quran that overlap in their mentality and mindset. I think also something that I would tell my family is just that I think that Rahim makes me a better Christian. I just always felt that since I met him, I found a sort of peace, and I have been closer to in my relationship to my religion after meeting him.
By the way, true love always will make you connect more to your God. God is love. He created us with love, and He created us because He loves us. So whenever you leave, you feel the love. You are feeling the presence of God. Like even when you think about love, how God has put love within you and between you as two different people, especially if you are interfaith. We said that I'm sure that maybe someone from the east and someone from the west and someone from the other countries or other regions, but there is something has been created and has been given to you guys between you. We have a saying in Islam which is rizq. Even our Prophet Muhammad, he said when he has his love life, when her name is Khadija, someone was asking about his love to Khadija. He said that inni ruziqtu hubbaha. That means God has gifted me with this love. So he said that he gave that answer. Love is rizq. Rizq means it's a gift, it's a blessing of God to you. Blessing of God will come to you. It's now your only mission is to thank God for that by doing the job. Searching, talking, clarity, increase your belief about that. You will feel like it's worth it. It's really worth it.
Something that I struggled with before I met Rahim and before I moved to Saudi. Usually your religion matches the majority of population where you live. So I grew up in the US, majority of people are Christian. In my community that I live, and Rahim grew up in Saudi Arabia, majority of his community is Muslim. I used to talk to my parents about this, just being like, there is a 100% chance that anyone born into that family is going to be Muslim. So, and there's a 100% chance that I'm gonna be Christian based on where I'm born. So is that just luck? We just lucked out that we're born into the right situation? Like, I don't think so. I think that it's more than that. It's more than labeling ourselves Muslims or Christians. It's about values, right? It's about how the other person helps you with your relationship with God. That can present itself in so many ways, because you could be with somebody from your own religion and they might not help you with your relationship with God. Just because you're labeling yourself with a religion doesn't mean that you're practicing the same values and beliefs. And that was something I struggled with before. And so coming here, I felt this sense of relief, living in this culture and seeing how beautiful Islam is and how similar it is, their relationship with God is my relationship with God. I have said that I feel like when I think about the path of my life and how I like to travel and how I wanted to work abroad, and I became a nurse, which I can work abroad being a nurse, and so there's all these steps that led me to be able to work in this country, right? And I think that happened for this reason, to give me this sort of peace in my own religion. And so then meeting Rahim and really falling in love with him and deciding, hey, I don't think it has to be that way. That's another thing that I used to talk to my parents about. There's so many factors. There's religion, there's values, there's connection, there's all these things. And
as Christina said, you were born in an environment, and that environment shaped you, and that made you choose a lot of things. Maybe you didn't choose it by yourself. Even like me, when I was born in an environment where they were more religious, for me, when I searched about it, I felt like that was in a not right way. when I search more with the core values of Islam, I found out Islam is deeper than what I have been thought. Islam is acceptance. Islam is to love everyone. Islam is including Christianity and Jewishism in the same time. I was like, oh, what? Okay, wait, because God mentioned Jesus and Maryam a lot in Quran. He mentioned even the story of Maryam and the miracles there. Everything is written there. So I was like, come on. And when I listened to a speech from someone from Christianity or something, I felt like he's just saying also a lot of wisdom from Quran. It's because we are all one. That's why there is a nice journey of like discovering and searching for the truth all the time. Even now, even with financial way, for example, if you just keep having the same old beliefs that you have with with money based on the environment you were born with, you will be the same. But if you want to go to the another level, you have to search a lot. These beliefs from your environment, sure, it will control in somehow the way you think. So the more you search, the more you read, the more you think, the more you trying to figure out, the more you ask right questions, the more you will, even your mind will be open to different possibilities. And that possibility might take you to another level of anything in your life. The main definitions of being open-minded. It's about practicing and to be open to search and develop the way you think, the way you are. This kind of marriage, it's always gonna give you another version of yourself. When you are with different cultures, with different culture partner and religions and everything, you will be expanding with knowledge. And sometimes we listen to our lectures on Sundays together. Sometimes there's a lot of even Christian who give a lot of speeches. I love them. I get their knowledge and I try even to apply to my life. If God made you guys to be together, there is a purpose behind that.
Within yourself, maybe a little bit of struggle branching outside of your religion, and if that's you, then we probably both understand that too, because you've been told your whole life, that the differences of our religion is where it's focused on so much that it's preventing people from being together romantically or like forming friendships or getting to know one another. It's like we just focus on those differences, whereas I think in every other aspect of life, if you have this growth mindset, you kind of focus on the similarities and you want to connect with people and you want to learn more about something. But for some reason, because religions are usually by nature pretty strict, we don't apply that to our religions, where we're like kind of scared to branch too far out of what we've been told. We're adults and we have learned how to critically think in school in so many topics, and we can apply that. I don't know, I hope that you feel empowered to apply that to your life and think about your values and using that to connect with people.
Exactly.
Branch out and just learn from them.
Whatever your religion is now, I'm sure always your religion will ask you to be a better version of yourself and to have light within you so you can really lighten people's life as well. That kind of light, when you focus about it and you focus about being good to you and good to others, that is the core of every religion, I'm sure. Don't get the religions from the surface, or like you just do the practices or this kind of things. Go deeper. Check why, ask why. So when you find out there, we are all have the same almost values. So maybe someone will ask, okay, what about the differences? If you go deeper, you will find out we are all one. We are all have the same values. So there's no differences, maybe differences of the way that you practice it, but the more you check, the more you go deeper, the more you find out really we are the same.
Coming back to talking to your parents about this, I think it's rare that we have to really explain our religion to people outside of our religion, unless that's like what you do for a living or something. Usually we're just surrounded by other people who believe similar things that we do, even if it's not exactly the same thing. And so, yeah, being with Rahim and really having to explain my religion, I was like, I've never had to do this. At home, if I'm just like, yeah, I'm Christian, people get it, people kind of know. But explaining it to Rahim, I had to like really go back and like read what's in the Bible and understand my religion in this way that I never had to before. And I think you can explain that to your parents and making sure that they know that, well, first of all, you're not in an interfaith relationship if you want the other person to change their religion. This is something just generally, it's like, you shouldn't go into the conversation with your parents being like, oh yeah, and maybe they'll change their religion, because
No, yeah.
that's like not healthy for
Exactly.
anyone usually.
Yeah.
Unless they come to it on their own.
Exactly. So don't put that kind of things or something like that. Even if they ask you, you said that, okay, may God guide all of us to the right way.
But telling your parents that they're open to learning about it
Exactly.
is another thing where you can be like, I met this really great girl, like she's Christian, but she's open-minded and like she can't wait to learn more about our practices.
Exactly.
So that they're excited at least to connect with this in that way with the person that you're with.
In the end, it's gifted. You are blessed with this relationship. So believe me, even this relationship will make you go deeper in your religion and understand it more, and you will have more connection to God. And the more you search, the more you found out there is a lot of truth, and there is a lot of acceptance. There is a lot of things you will learn through this journey. So keep going. Enjoy it. Really enjoy it, because the more you focus on it, the more you will learn a lot from it. And you deserve to have a good life with someone you love. So
absolutely,
like, work on that.
God loves love.
Exactly. He gave it to us. He gave us that to enjoy it with love. Enjoy life with love. So thank you for watching, and we hope you guys are having a good time. I know you could be a challenging time, but we are trying to help as much as we can with that. You can comment below. You can contact us through social media. Maybe whenever we can help we can help. We support love and we love love. So we'd love to spread the love everywhere, because whenever we have love in life, that the core joy of life.